This is day 2 of this amateur vlog thing I have going on. I'm most likely sure no one's going to see this, but I guess it's more like a video diary vlog in a sense. This is my bed for now. Like, it's like this enclosed little space. It's a little cozy. All our stuff is around. Here are my dogs. So we get stuff figured out, and I guess we're moving into this place. Hang on. Terrible lighting, terrible angle. I know, terrible all around. But yeah. So we got the house. Everything's Gucci. Still stressful. I woke up today stressed. Although I think I always do, but today was a really just I woke up angry. I don't like that. I don't like waking up angry. It just takes so much energy out of you. You've just opened your eyes. It's I don't know. I'm still a little heated from yesterday. And whatever. I dreamed of clean pools. I like to interpret my dreams, and clean pools is a good thing. My subconscious is clear. In my opinion, that's the way that I interpret the dream. I'm just kind of a weirdo, a hippie weirdo, clean hippie weirdo. Yeah. Last night, my dogs had unfettered access to the dog food. And, well, at least they stopped. They stopped and they didn't overfeed themselves. But still. These are my dogs. This one is Brett. And this one is Calvin. He is 9 years old. He has... He's been around. Gosh, I lived in Compton. He's from Compton, and you can tell that he's got a Compton attitude. We had him snipped, but he's just. I mean, you see him. He's like this tiny thing. Yeah, I know. He's this tiny thing, and he just will not stop attacking other dogs. And it's a good thing that the dogs over here are not super aggressive, because be it colors. He would get his ass handed to him time and time. He has before, they've drawn blood, and he won't stop. He just won't stop. And this one loves people. He loves people. And you think he'd be okay with other dogs. And he's just terrified of everything. Oh my goodness, I know. So, hilarious. Okay? This one is for Calvin. I'm so sorry. Brett. Come here. And this one's for you, baby. Oh my goodness. Yeah, terrible lighting. Woo. Thank goodness. Terrible lighting. So, hi, hello, here I am. With the ASMR of my dog's eating. And of me brushing my hair terribly. So today we're gonna start cleaning the house. Starting with the floors, because apparently there is animals in the wood, causing wood rot. I don't know what they're called, but I know of their existence, because when we had firewood when I was living in Texas, sometimes we would get sawdust on the ground, and I was like, where is this coming from? This doesn't make any sense. And then I would hear scratching. I really didn't understand what it was, because I came from the city. I'd never had to have firewood before. I'm like, why is this firewood making sounds? Oh, dear old me didn't understand what animals and bugs really work, because, like, look at that in California. Not like that. So yeah, they're like these little tiny, like, beetles or something, and they, like, burrow into the wood, and they, like, put sawdust everywhere. And we went into this house that we're going to be moving into, and we're like, are these, like, coffee grounds? Because I read somewhere that coffee grounds stops, like, ants from coming in because they don't like the smell, and we have ants. Surprise! But it's not coffee grounds, it's the wood. It's being ate up. Definitely being ate up. So that's going to be fun to attend to. They're talking about, like, trying to get fumigation over here and stuff, but I don't know who fumigates. I mean, I have never seen a tented house in South America. I think I saw a tent once, but it actually turned out to be the circus. So I don't know how to go about that. There needs to be that. There needs to be, like, the pool professionally cleaned. They say that they do it here, but I don't know. That pool is really rough. Granted, it has been raining like crazy. It's been raining and then hot and then, like, raining again. And then there are dogs that are on the property, and one of them is a water dog. I think he's like a golden retriever or like a golden lab, or a mix of the two. I don't know. But he just jumps in the water like every single day. After he, like, rolls around in, like, the mud and stuff. And I'm like, we're gonna have to, like, stop that. Or if he, like, gets in the pool, just, like, rinse him off really quickly, because that's, like, I mean, there are cows over here, and he's, like, I think sometimes rolling in shit, and I'd rather not swim in the shit. Not a huge fan of that. Again, I come from the city. I mean, I, like, swam in the ocean, but I never touched the ground with my feet. If I really didn't have to, because, like, it was so polluted over there. I swam in Redondo Beach, and, like, sometimes there were glass bottles and, like, bags of Doritos or Hot Cheetos, it doesn't really matter, like, chip bags and stuff like that, and it's like, I just had this, like, paranoia of, like, dirty water, because I did, I did swim in, like, what I considered dirty water, because I had no other choice. It was, like, Lake Texoma. But I had, like, many people tell me, like, are you going to be okay? Like, are you sure you want to do that? It's like, it's just rain, and it's not, it's like kind of not the right time to be swimming. And I'm like, but it's like, but it's like the highest that it is right now. And there's, like, a lot of, like, clean water going into it. And they're like, yeah, I still wouldn't do it. I mean, I wouldn't swim in it in general, like, just if you're not used to it. Well, it was hot. It was so hot. Again, it was like, here it was, like, raining, and it was, like, super hot. And I went. And every single time I went, I got, like, toxic shock or something. I got sick, like, every time. Like, my ears would hurt. But I never learned my lesson. I love the water. I hate to climb anything too high. So, like, I like to dive down underneath. It's better to go below sea level than above it, in my opinion, for me. I'm kind of like, I'm height, what is it? Something with challenge, height challenge or whatever. I can't remember the name right now. I'm hoping the audio comes out okay on this. This is, like, the first time I'm filming myself from, like, this in general. I'm also trying to get comfortable in front of the camera. I want to start teaching English online. I have a TESOL certificate, but I'm watching all of their intro videos that you have to have before you're, like, actually accepted, and they're doing a lot of hand movements and gestures, like, hi, my name is such and such and so and so. And I'm not used to doing this. Like, I'm I don't know what to do with my hands. Usually I just have them by my side or like on my lap because I don't know. I've been taught like this, like the appropriate and polite way to just have your hands when you're in a conversation. So this doesn't normally come as instinctual to me as it seems to be with the other people. I mean, like I like rub my face obviously and do weird gestures, but they do it like with purpose. They always move their hands like consciously and with purpose. And I cannot do that. I have hand gestures, but it's more like a period, you know, that kind of thing with a T. So, learning how to do things, yay! I feel honestly like a little silly doing this, but I don't want to like give up. I mean, I know that, like I said, like no one's really gonna watch this, but this is, I guess, practice for me to make myself comfortable. I guess even with the sound of my own voice, I'm not very comfortable with the sound of my own voice. I have a lot of insecurities about myself that I tried really, really hard to work on, and I've come a really long way, but it's still like, I don't know. I used to weigh almost like 200 pounds at one point in my life. I look like a little old lady, in my personal opinion. And I know that I shed all that weight, but I still, like, I'm still in that mindset of, like, I'm 200 pounds, no one's going to want to look at me, no one's going to want to talk to me or interact with me because, like, they don't take me seriously. And they didn't when I was, like, that weight. And, of course, I was young as well, but it was even more that they didn't take me seriously. And so, like, this is really pushing it for me because I'm having to look at myself, I'm having to, like, hear myself. And I guess, like, I figured out that I guess I didn't respect myself either, which is why I don't like anything about me. Like I said, like, this is part of, like, helping me improve, because I also have body dysmorphia, and, like, I feel like on the camera right now, I feel like I'm so, like, fat and huge and ugly, like, right now. Like, that's the way that I feel, when, honestly, like, I'm sure that nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit. I'm sure nobody gives a shit. But in my head, like, I feel like that's the first thing that people, like, see about me, and, like, that's kind of why I feel, like, a little discouraged not to, you know, go online and put my face out, because I feel like nobody would, like, take me seriously. And, you know, it shouldn't even, I really shouldn't seek that validation elsewhere. I should be seeking that validation here, because everyone says this is where it starts. And yeah, like, I have to learn to, like, staring at myself and editing myself. I don't like it. I avoid the mirror when I can, on purpose. The only reason why I look into a mirror is to make sure I don't look like a complete mess more than I think that I do. Things have got to change. I've seen a lot of people, like, start off their vlogs and stuff like that, and they're, like, really timid and quiet and, like, too afraid to film. But as time progressed, like, they seem to get more confident within themselves. They seem to get, you know, better editing skills and stuff like that. No, you know, figuring stuff out. And, you know, practice makes perfect. And that even includes sometimes just talking out loud. Because sometimes I don't even talk out loud to myself. Like, the majority of the time, I'm super quiet. I know my life is kind of, like, boring, but I don't know. I enjoy my life. I guess the other reason why I don't speak to people is that I just feel like I have nothing to say. I feel like my life is, like, super boring, and, like, the people that sometimes I talk to, which is mostly my family members, like, Yeah, some like my family members, sometimes they cut me off from like they're like, you talk too much or you talk too long. Get to like the point. But truth be told, I'm a storyteller. I like to tell really long, elaborate stories, and I like to like deep dive on certain things. I'm a huge nerd. A huge nerd. Yeah, so yeah, I like movies and comics and stuff like that. I can't really say if I'm like a, Marvel versus DC, kind of individual. I used to be, and now not so much. Like I could take it or leave it in either one of those things because they're getting weird in my opinion. It's not exactly the storyline that I want to follow. Um, I don't know. I like really weird stuff. Like the most recent thing I watched was Wonder Egg Academy. I think that's what it's called. That was good. That was really good. But I think it hits a little like deeper if like you had emotional, problems in the past and or recent, it doesn't matter. But not that definitely hit me like an emotional level. And I guess I like those things that I like have emotional feelings to, like even when it comes to like music and stuff like that. I like to feel it like in my soul and like relate to it somehow. That kind of thing. I'm wearing the same pants from yesterday because I really didn't do much yesterday and that's why they're still clean. I just like stayed in the hammock. I was upset all day. Uh, where are they? There they are. Precious cows. Well, they're all bulls. There's only one cow. I don't know where he is. She is around, I'm sure. I'm a wake and bake kind of individual as well. So I'm about to have my morning coffee, my morning bowl. I'm gonna see what the day brings because I think we have a lot to do today. Someone's going to Loha to go get a wash machine, maybe, I don't know, or someone is bringing us a wash machine. Don't know. Ooh, I should show you guys the house if there's nobody in there. So yes, the house. Sorry for the shaky footage, but that's what you're gonna get because, oh, lovely. Pooping dogs. Because I don't have a stabilizer. Or maybe there's a way to stabilize this elsewhere. I don't know. But right now, not important. What is important is that look what they did to the lawn yesterday. Yummy. Well, so this is the lovely little patio. This is a table that they may or may not take, so. We had Charlie Toe's Pizza last night from town. I like them. They're really good. However, I don't know. I think they're going to close and move somewhere else. So, disappointed on my end. No one else's end, but my end. Look at all the plants. Again, sorry for the shaky footage. So neat. And what a view that is. Pretty, pretty. My dog is still pooping, but elsewhere. Great. Well, I can show you the kitchen. I think they're going to come take this. I can't get attached. They locked the kitchen. Well, I can't show you it because they locked it. Oh, they took the water purifier. That totally sucks. I think I would have bought that water purifier from them too. And now we move into the house. Fun, fun, fun. I do like the view, though. There's a bench. Hey, we have chairs. There's more for the other house than I can say. Sorry, no, it's more than I can say for the other house. Sometimes I get things backwards. Oh, fun. Well, yeah. There's like a bunch of stuff we gotta fix. But it's like I'm camping again, honestly. Oh, I don't, I could kidnap somebody. I could keep them in there. Everyone would know. They'd break out so easy, but this is the kidnapping room. I don't know what it is. It might be a bathroom. I have no idea what this is. I'm afraid to open it. I take it back. There's someone properly already kidnapped in there. Let's run away. No, what? Where does that room go to? Is that just a door? It's just a door? Like, I am confusion. Oh, look. They left us beautiful chicken feather. Well, what's that? Yeah. I don't know why that's like that. Do this though. Tight. I'm just observing this space. Oh, well, there is the bar, and there is the chain. Let's put that back up there that they just took down yesterday. I don't know what to do with that. Oh, this might be my parents' room, because this house, I think... What the hell? Oh. Yes, this is the bathroom. This is the bathroom, and this is that weird thing. Look, they left us the toilet brush. Like, yay. I don't know, I'm so salty about it. It's none of my stuff. It's just like, I have no idea. They're a little odd about it. This, what is this? What is this? Where's metal? Is it a magnet? It's a magnet. But why? I'm not complaining, just why? Yeah, blurry. Never mind. Okay, I'll just leave it there. That's kind of cute. Fits in the corner. Oh. That's attractive. Oh, hey, check this out. Like, this bathroom is giving me vibes. But see, there's like this weird angle to it. It's not straight. It's at this weird angle. I don't know. I don't know if you can see it, but that's like weird. It bows out like that. I don't know why that is. Why is this an incline? There must be something behind here. Oh. Right. Yeah. There's a bed. There's supposedly supposed to be another bed. I've only seen this room once. Yeah. No, there's not a bed in here, so there's only one bed. Oh, yeah, so there's the other bathroom. What? Oh, yeah, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, check this out. The light is up here. I mean, I lived in Big Bear, and I don't know, I'm getting like Big Bear, Cabin in the Woods vibe. I just swallowed something. I just swallowed something. I don't know what it was. The reason why I'm spooked of swallowing something is, oh man, does the light not even work? Okay, that works. Is this? I don't know what that was. It just went into my mouth, and I'm hoping it isn't that, because this is the stuff that is wood. It's wood, and it's falling from up high. I don't like that. It's over there. I have anxiety. This is giving me anxiety. What is this? Oh, it's for soap. That looks really weird, just like sitting there. Oh, look, they left this toilet paper. I think maybe that might be the landlords. Check this. Right. I don't know what kind of vibes this is giving me, but like, it's giving me vibes. Like, 80s. What is it called? Liminal space vibes. Check that out. Fun. There's hot water. There's cold water. Oh, they took the propane tanks as well. So we need to order propane tanks to, I'm short. I'm legit short. Yeah, oh shit, this is locked. Why is this locked? I hope that wasn't done on purpose. I hope that didn't fit. No, because they cleaned it out. Why would they lock it like that, though? That's weird. Because we ain't got the key. If we close that, we're kind of like pooed. Nobody has the key. What is this? There should be a balcony somewhere. Is this the balcony? Honey, I'm going to have to pause this. So we should have like a balcony space. And for some reason it's stuck up there. Like that is solid. I don't know why that is. I don't know how to get out there to see about that. Yeah, that's the balcony space. So how? They said that we could use it. I can't get into it. I don't know how to get into it. Yeah, this is the balcony. So why is that stuck? I wonder. Let's stick the phone up there and actually see. I guess it's just jammed. I'm gonna get someone else to open that because we also need to get new dressers. It at least it's not like stuck. Oh, would you look at that? We get an extra knob. A replacement knob in case one falls off. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I don't know really what to comment on it. It's not bad. It's not good. It's interesting because, you know, I don't normally see things like this. At least not here. Use and care of your doormat. Step 1. Let everyone use you for everything. But yeah, this is a very interesting house because it's like older, rustic. I dig it. Again, it reminds me of just like camping. Going to the bodega, to the storage unit. Down there is a mandarin tree. Ain't that cool? Huh? Okay, let's go. And here we are at the bodega. Okay, taking a break, swept up this place. It's all clean and nice on the floors, not the table. But we get to use the table and hang, that's a thing. Super happy about that. Not much else is going on besides crazy cleaning. It's kind of chilling out by this open window. I like this little enclosed space. It's neat. There are ants in the wall, and somehow gotta figure out how to get rid of that. Oh, fun. I'm cooking some lunch / breakfast. I mean, I had a banana and a little bit of granola this morning. Well, that was, I don't know, rushing to go ahead and clean. I enjoyed this part. And here's my big ass thing of oil. Well, I didn't feel myself eating, but how about some rain? Our laundry getting rewashed, but that's cool. Woo!